This is 100% the most important decision you're going to be making on day one of Madden 23, so let's make sure you don't screw up. And my goal of this video is to do just that. I'm going to hopefully equip you with all the tools to be successful when you're making this decision on day one. And if you guys couldn't guess it, we're going to be talking about the best rookie premieres you got to be selecting, because these cards are going to be shaping the future of your Madden Ultimate team, so you don't want to get this decision wrong. And the way that I'm going to be structuring this video is going through the A tier section and then the S tier section of rookie premieres. Now, the A tier is going to be containing 5 players that I think are elite, viable options and going to be some ballers for your ultimate team. But the S tier is going to be taking that up a notch, from players that I think are really good to players that I think are almost must-haves. I've got 3 players in the S tier that I think everyone should really be looking to pick. So let's get started with the A tier right here, and we are going to be starting it off with my boy Chris Olave. The first Saints preseason game is coming up pretty soon. Call me a homer for putting him in the A tier, but I think this card is really fire. Oh yeah, and one really important thing that I forgot to mention is I made a full-length video talking about the way to use your tokens. So if you guys should be spending your tokens on auctionable players, NCAT cards, and I did that for every single amount of tokens possible. So whether you got 6 tokens, 9 tokens, 10 tokens, 11 tokens, I went over the optimal solution for you in a video that I will link in the description. I also made a video talking about the best time to sell your rookie premieres to maximize your coins. Both of those videos will be linked in the description. They're important. You don't want to miss those. But assuming you guys check those out and you know the best way to spend your tokens, now it comes down to actually making the selections, whether it's an auctionable pack or an NCAT pack. I would say Chris Olave is 100% an A tier player. He's got 86 speed. Then taking a look at the route running, he's got 81 short, 83 medium, 84 deep, 82 CIT, pretty good catching, really good spectacular catching. And Chris Olave, unfortunately, he's not like a really tall wide receiver. He's only going to be 6 foot, so nothing too crazy. But of course, he's got really nice speed and then just super balanced across the board when it comes to route running and catching, which I think you'd like to see. Now, card number 2 in the A tier is going to be Ikem Ekwonu. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name, but this man is getting slept on. I don't know why. This card has really nice stats across the board, and he's at an important position. So just taking a look at the stats, he's got 86 strength, really good, 84 pass block, 86 pass block power, 2 incredible stats. The only hole on this card, literally the only bad thing, is the pass block finesse. Otherwise, the run block is great, the run block power, the run block finesse, they're all incredible. Literally every single important stat on this card is an 84 or higher, other than the pass block finesse. So this card across the board is great. Left tackle, I would argue, is a pretty important position in Ultimate Team, so I would not fault you for picking this card. And again, I want to mention as well that the players within each tier aren't ranked, so I'm not ranking the 5 players in A tier 1 through 5. I would say all 5 cards are similar. They're all good options. And then again, same's gonna go with S tier. Those 3 cards are a tier above these players you're seeing in A tier, but I'm not going to be ranking them 1 through 3. But regardless, I think this video is going to be pretty helpful when it comes to giving you a nice landscape of the rookie premier players. I wouldn't fault you for selecting any player I show you in this video. Whether it's someone in S tier or an A tier, all the cards I'm showing you I would say are viable options, but some are a little bit better than others. Now, the next player we got in A tier is going to be Breece Hall. And this Breece Hall card, if I'm fully honest, he surprised me, man. 85 speed, 86 excel is nice for a running back. Like, damn, they gave him good stats. When we take a look at players that got revealed so far, like Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, all the other core elite running backs, they didn't get great stats. Then taking a look at some other stats, he's got 86 COD, 84 trucking, which I think is going to be important in this year's game. Based on what I've seen, it is going to be tough to pass the football, so running the ball and getting your running back to fall forward for the extra 2 or 3 yards could be critical, because it might be really tough to pass. So having a running back like Breece Hall is something that I recommend on your team. Good carrying, good agility. I don't really see any holes on this player. He looks like a really well balanced card that should be really great for you on day 1 of Ultimate Team as a running back. Then moving on to player number 4, we got Damari Mathis right here, and I want to quickly say something about the Damari Mathis card and the Chris Olave. So of course, Damari Mathis is a corner, Chris Olave is a wide receiver. I will be showing you guys a better corner and a better wide receiver later in the video, but if you're looking to maybe go with like 2 corners or 2 wide receivers, this is going to be the second best one of the position. And these cards are not slouches. So Damari Mathis right here has got 86 speed, 86 excel. That is nice at the cornerback position, 87 jumping. It's looking like this guy has some really nice physical stats. Then as we move on a little bit further, the zone coverage is good, the press is going to be good, then the man coverage and the play rec aren't really going to be all that good, which is kind of weird to see. You'd think if someone was good at zone coverage, they'd have good play rec, and similarly, you'd think if someone was good at press coverage, they'd usually be pretty good at press man. But weirdly enough, he does have a couple of holes, but regardless, really good physical stats, really good in zone coverage. I would say he's a damn good player. Then rounding out the A tier as my final player in this this section, we have Channing Tindall, who looks like he could be a very, very good user on day one, and he also looks like he could be pretty nice in run defense. So 86 speed, 88 excel, 87 tackling, really, really good hit power. The play rec isn't great, the zone coverage isn't great, but what I think you're doing with this card is you're usering him. He's going to be really, really fast. He's going to be able to lay some pretty nice hit sticks, be good at tackling. I would assume his catching should be decent. I mean, you would hope that it's going to be decent, and if the catching is pretty good on this card, I would say he's someone you are definitely going to want to consider as a user defender on day one of Ultimate Team. He looks like a good player. And you know what? Before we get into the S tier, if you guys can scroll down and drop a like on the video, I'd appreciate it. Just takes 1 second, and now we'll get started. Now, moving right along, let's get into the S tier section of the video. Now, the S tier section, I'm going to say these 3 players are just a leg up above the players we had mentioned before. Those A tier players, they are good. If you want to select one of them, they are good players. I will not fault you, but in my opinion, the S tier has cards that are a little bit better, and I would say are kind of approaching the must-have territory. So let's say, for example, maybe you're getting like 4 rookie premieres to add to your team. Maybe you go ahead, scoop up these 3 players in S tier, and then select one of the A tier players that you like most. But getting started right here, we have what is, in my opinion, the best rookie premiere in Madden 23. This is a card that I think everyone should have on their team. You could argue either the next 2 players I'm going to show you, maybe you could select someone else, but I would say Tyquan Thornton is a must-have rookie premiere. Now, first off, before we even look at the stats, he is 6'3", so keep that in mind as we're taking a look at these other statistics. 86 speed, that is the fastest wide receiver in the rookie premiere promo. He's also going to have good jumping. The catching is at an 88, the CIT is at an 84, and the spec catch is at an 85. And then you're probably thinking, this card is fast, he can catch the ball, but Swift, there's no way he can run routes with the best of them. But I have something to tell you. He can. 87 short, 84 medium, 83 deep. And then to go along with the fact that he is 6'3", there is no holes on this player. He's got the speed, he's got the catching, he's got the route running, and he's got the height. I would say this card is the best rookie premiere out of all of them. He's a must-have. I think if you have at least 1 token to spend, pick up this player. Now, moving on to my other S tier players, these are some cards that, you could argue, you know what, maybe we'll put someone else in this position, but personally for me, I'm saying these are S tier players. I'm saying these are some more must-haves, and we're going to start it off with the Kaiir Elam at corner. So Kaiir Elam right here, if we're comparing him to the other cornerback card, he's going to have 86 speed, so the same speed, the zone and the press are going to be really good as well, but this card is going to be better in man coverage and have better play rec, so that's kind of why I'm giving Kaiir the edge over Damari Mathis, because of the fact that he's just going to get you more play rec and more man coverage without sacrificing anything else. I think the acceleration is a little bit lower on this card. I think Kaiir might be a little bit taller as well, though. I would say overall he's a better card than Damari Mathis, and cornerback is an important position in Ultimate Team, so that's why I got him in the S tier. He's got great stats, and I would say he should be someone you're probably looking for. Now, next up, we got someone who maybe you could consider is a little bit controversial to be this high on the list. I got Daxon Hill right here in the S tier section of the video. He's got 86 speed, 87 acceleration. The man coverage is an 85. Like, what, for a safety? That's kind of crazy. I will say, though, I wish that the man coverage and the zone coverage were flipped. I wish he got 85 zone and 79 man instead of it being the other way around, because in my opinion, for a free safety, I'd rather them have better zone coverage, but he's also not just like someone that's only going to be able to cover. He's got 84 hit power, so really, really nice. Play rec's pretty good. Pursuit is going to be nice. I would say overall, this card has given you almost everything you want at safety. The only thing you can maybe nitpick is you could say, you know what, maybe the zone is a little bit low, but he's going to make up for that with the high speed. Going to be nice in the run game as well. This card is an S tier player in my opinion. So that's what I got for you guys in today's video. I'm thinking for me personally, I'm going to go with the Tyquan Thornton, Kaiir Elam, probably Daxon Hill, and then maybe the left tackle I showed you. I would say that player looks really, really nice as well, but let me know in the comment section which players you are picking. If you want to stay up to date with more Madden 22 tips and tricks just like this, hit that sub button, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.